Homeowners hear it from the city every year: pull your weeds or pay up. But when it comes to one city-owned property, some neighbors think the city isn't following its own rules, and they're not happy about it. News 13's Chris McKee is live in Northwest Albuquerque with more. Chris?
Yeah, Dean, the city has been trying to unload this vacant property for years, and in the meantime, they've let plants like this one grow pretty much unchecked. The city says they're native flowers, but many neighbors say they're unwanted, unsightly weeds.
There's no shortage of empty lots with plants and weeds in Northwest Albuquerque's Paradise Hills neighborhood near Coors and Eagle Ranch. But neighbors admit this lot,
it's visually not too attractive,
could be the worst.
A lot of the houses are really nice in this area, and to see an area with overgrown weeds is pretty ridiculous.
And it might surprise you who owns the land. This is a piece of City of Albuquerque real estate.
well, I'm not real pleased with it.
Mark Heckart has lived across from it for more than a decade.
It's no other word than nuisance, I guess.
He calls them weeds and says annoying seeds and sand constantly blow into his yard. Mark even built this fence along the sidewalk to try to stop it.
And they told me not to do that, but I did it anyway, just to keep the sand and weeds down.
Another neighbor sent News 13 these photos in an email asking, where's code enforcement? After all, the city's website warns residents that weed season is here and an ordinance requires weeds to be pulled.
And just to give you some perspective, some of these weeds are actually more than 6 feet tall.
I pull them so they don't get like that.
Taylor Losey is another neighbor who doesn't like what the city is growing.
I'm more afraid of the fire hazard than anything. I'd like to see the city clean it up.
The city says it hasn't gotten any complaints about the plants, but says now it will look into pulling them.
These are not weeds. We can only cite for an ordinance violation if it truly violates the ordinance. And because these aren't weeds, it doesn't constitute a violation.
Now, we spoke to the Safe City Strike Force today. They say they're still looking at pulling these plants within the next week. Now, city code enforcement, though, they contend they've done nothing wrong because they say the plants aren't weeds because city council hasn't officially deemed them as weeds in this official city handbook that they gave us here today. Dean, back to you.
Okay, Chris, thank you. Albuquerque property owners who let weeds grow on their property can get a citation for up to $300 the first time and $500 for every offense after that.